Hi, I'm Jamie Dryer with Overhaul Training, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can fix your own bicep tendonitis. Now, to be specific, we're covering distal bicep tendonitis down by the elbow here. I've had quite a few requests on YouTube with some of my other videos, so I figured it's about time we really get down to bicep tendonitis. Okay, so I'm going to cover this using my 4-step process, and I'll recap real quick what that is. So step 1 is all about finding and identifying your offending activity. Step 2 is stopping or greatly reducing the amount that you do your offending activity. Step 3, release trigger points. And then step 4, strengthen weak tissues. So let's apply this directly to bicep tendonitis, all right? Here we go. So steps 1 and 2 are pretty straightforward. Chances are by now you know what activities make your tendonitis worse because it hurts when you do them. So that should be straightforward. You should already have a picture in your head of what those activities are. Now the next step is stop doing it. And if you can't completely stop doing it because it's part of your work and you rely on doing that so you can feed yourself and your family, then take steps to greatly reduce how much you have to do it or how you go about doing it so it doesn't make things so bad. But if you're the kind of guy who's like, yo, bro, Friday's biceps, I got to do biceps. Well, then that's a little silly because if you're constantly doing it in a way that makes it worse, then you're just kind of shortchanging your long-term results. So stop said offending activity. Step 3, release trigger points. So trigger points, you might also know them as knots in your muscles, are basically shortened little bundles of muscle fibers. They're stuck in a contracted position. They're a little tender and hard to the touch. And that's not so good because it restricts blood flow, which is not good for obvious reasons. But it also is going to shorten your bicep muscle. And when it does that, it actually creates extra tension on the bicep tendon, which is going to further aggravate that injury. And now you can release these trigger points in a few different ways. You can go see a massage therapist. You can get acupuncture on those trigger points. And then if you want to do it on your own, you can use a foam roller. It's a little awkward. You're kind of like lying on the ground. You can do it, but my favorite way of releasing these trigger points on my own, aside from actually just digging in and squeezing with my hands, is to use the stick or some type of self-massage device like this stick. And the easiest way to get it is to either go up to like a corner of a wall or even the upright for a squat rack and kind of press the one handle against that wall or the rack, hold the other one with your hand here, and then you lean into it and you go up and down, you kind of shrug and you dig into those trigger points. It should be uncomfortable, and you might even start to see a little red spot, a kind of irritation over where the tender spot is. That's a good thing. So that's how you can go ahead and address those trigger points yourself. Now, step 4, strengthening the weak tissues. In this regard, the weak tissue is the tendon itself. Now, I've actually been poring over tons of clinical research done over the past 30 years for different types of tendinopathies, tendonitis, tendinosis. And the one thing that I've noticed across the board, no matter what tendon in the body it is that eccentric exercise seems to be the go-to for helping that tendon heal. Now, what is eccentric exercise? Some of you might be asking. Basically, when you do an exercise, you've got a concentric or the positive part, right, where you're shortening the muscle and contracting the muscle. But then you also have the eccentric phase, otherwise known as the negative, where you're actually lengthening that muscle while under tension. That is an eccentric exercise. So the way this looks for biceps, if you haven't figured it out already, is you can take either your dumbbell or use a cable machine, but you're going to use the opposite hand to get it up into position, get that shoulder position down and back, and then slowly let the weight out. Now, while you're doing this, you might actually feel some pain in that bicep tendon. And that, for the most part, is okay. In fact, you kind of want to irritate that tendon a bit because that's what's going to stimulate the healing process in there. But it should be in a tolerable range. It shouldn't be excruciating, horrible pain. There's no need to go that far. And what you might notice is you might be good during the particular range of motion, but when you get towards the end range, you could hit a spot where it goes from acceptable to intolerable. And in that case, you're just going to limit your range to the tolerable part. And eventually, and then go right back up to the top and start again, and eventually the range of motion will increase that you can tolerate it in. And before you know it, the pain will disappear. And as soon as it no longer hurts, you can take the weight up and start doing more and more weight. And eventually it'll get strong enough that you're just fine and it's all healed and thick, strong, healthy tissue. Now, after going through all the clinical research out there, there's a lot of different ways in which you can structure the program to address it, and a lot of them work. But I want to get ahead for you to make this a little simpler and kind of processed it all together and wrote up a 6-week training program with 3 different phases for you to do yourself for your bicep tendonitis. Now, it's a lot for me to go ahead and spout off here and have you watch on the video, and that's kind of a pain in the butt, and I don't think you want to listen to me that long. So what I did was I wrote it all down and put it into a PDF that you can get for free simply by going into the description box of this video and clicking the link. It'll take you to a page, you give me your email address, and I will send you your training program. Hopefully, you found this video to be helpful and my voice hasn't been too grating on your nerves, and if so, please show me a little bit of love and click the like button. It feels really good. And be sure to go ahead and click that link in the description box right now so you can get your PDF program and you can follow everything that I wrote out for you and fix your own bicep tendonitis. Last but not least, when you've done that program, or if you're in the process of doing it, if you have any questions for me, leave a comment down below. I love getting questions and I'm happy to help. And then when you're done with the program, let me know what your results were. Let me know how it went for you. I'm really curious to hear your particular results. Again, I'm Jamie Dreyer with Overhaul Training. I'm always here to help. Please send your questions if you got them, and I'll see you in the next video.